Fat cat from hell. Man, she was a mean little.
I'm feeling lucky. You know, like Luciana. Money, power, and respect. I'm a down soprano. Lucky. I'm feeling lucky, nigga. Lucky. I'm feeling lucky, nigga.
YouTube Zodiacs, what's good? It's your boy Cass the Gemini, back with episode 2 of the Crazy Work Tell series. Now, episode 2 is about Fat Cat. Fat Cat was a manager at my employer, if you've seen the first video, that I was fired from. My untimely demise. Now, the Fat Cat from hell was a manager. We actually called her Fat Cat, and that's hence the title, Fat Cat from hell. She had worked there for roughly 33 years, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 32. Now, during her time there, she was ruthless. I mean, whenever there was direct associates underneath her, she'd fire them with pleasure. And her best friend, who was also a manager, and her best friend had been there for about 27 years. But whenever her and her best friend would ever fire people, they tag team. One of them would fire them, and the other one would go race to their desk, enjoy, smiling. So as they grab the stuff off their desk and race, so the person wouldn't even have to go back to their desk and grab their belongings and walk out the door. But the way they did it was so unprofessional. It was like we all knew that person was getting fired, opposed to it being more discreet. So it's not just like, making a disturbance. Like, they'd be loud. They'd, knock stuff over on the desk. Like, wouldn't even care. Now, I'll tell you my personal experience from Fat Cat. But first, I'm going to tell you experience that my homie Terrell had. Terrell was somebody who had worked there for maybe 3 years before I had worked there. And Terrell was one of the first people I ever talked to when I started working at Marriott. Now, Terrell was a very good worker. He pretty much knew how to handle every department from Marriott, whether it was emails, chat, text, calls, supervisor calls, web designs. He was like a Swiss Army knife, knew how to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So Terrell, the Swiss Army knife was, he was a very good worker. But she got mad at him so much to the point where, like, she just kept effing with him. Like for sometimes for no reason. Like, for example, oh, Terrell, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that. Like, just purposely trying to nitpick at him at just anything she could do. To where one day he literally got so fed up, he like typed this like long report, sent it to our senior management, like the head people of the corporate office that I worked for. And basically he was like, hey, like, this has to kind of stop. And ever since then, she never messed with them again. And like years later, she would, try to be nice with them, like, oh, hey, Terrell, you doing this, doing that? And it's like, he would answer, like, just because we're in the workplace, like, yeah. But it was basically like, leave me alone, you female dog, you know what I'm saying? Without cursing. But now, I'm going to tell you guys experience I had. Oh, before I get to that, the lady who trained me, B Car. Won't say her real name, so I'll just call her B Car. B Car had a group of friends. This was before she was helping with the new hiring class. Had a group of friends. I think it was B Car plus like 2 or 3 others. They messed up one time, and they were working, doing overtime, making mad money. But they had Fat Cat as their manager. Now, Fat Cat made it her mission to get rid of them. Now, the thing about Fat Cat, she legitimately is a cat. Mind you, she's like this 285-pound woman. Moves swift. Like, she's a quick walker. She almost floats. That's why the cat part comes. The fat part comes, well, because obviously she's fat cat. You know what I'm saying? And but all jokes aside, once she gets on your radar, it's pretty much over from there. So these ladies got on her radar, and well, you know, it was their untimely demise. Now, my story directly is I was reading a magazine one day. Not even really reading it, you know, just open up a magazine, look at the pictures, flip to the next page, flip to the next page. And I was doing that for about 2 or 3 minutes. Now, this was at the time where I'm a call agent. This is before my promotion, before I was working directly with management. So at this point, I'm taking phone calls. Now, I clocked in, got my headset on, I'm sitting at the desk. It's pretty empty in the office. I look around, I said, dang, no one's barely here. Oh, there's no phone calls coming in. Well, let me look at a magazine. All right, another minute comes by. Oh man, still no phone calls coming in. Let me look at a magazine. So I'm looking at the magazine. About 3 minutes goes by of no phone calls. I'm like, man, this is odd. But I don't think nothing of it. Fat Cat comes out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Swift as a jackrabbit. Come see me. And then points down on my phone. You're supposed to be taking phone calls. Now, the reason why I actually wasn't getting phone calls, I had clocked in, but I hadn't pressed this button called auto in. That way the calls started coming in. Promise you guys, it was a true mistake. I know it may sound like I did it purposely, but it really was a true mistake. I legitimately did not know, like, hey, I wasn't punched in or whatnot. So I'm like, man, I ain't going over to you. I ain't going over to your desk. That's what I'm saying to myself. Now I lean over to B Car. I say, yo, should I go over? B Car was like, yeah, just go. I mean, she's not even a manager anyway. She probably just want to talk to you and say some stuff. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I go over. I'll pause real quick. The heat just turned on. You know, it's cold out here in the Midwest, baby. So my apologies for the heat in the background. So I go over to Fat Cat's desk. And Fat Cat is like, why'd you do it? And I'm like, well, I didn't know. I was just looking at the magazine. I didn't realize I wasn't available for calls. I knew I had clocked in, but I just didn't realize it, which was the honest truth. And then she's like, no. I've been working here long enough. Don't try to BS me, this and that. And I mean, you've been working here a while. You can be anything you want to be here. And this, all you have to do is work for it. And I had actually was going to put you down on my team and everything like this, but never mind now. Now, mind you, I had got offered a position because her title was a step above me. It was a price matching department. I had got offered a position to be a temp in the price matching department. I didn't initially do it because I don't mess with her and I didn't like her. So when she had to decline me of that, I was kind of like, whatever. Like, you're not really hurting me. I don't want to be your direct associate anyway. Years later, it actually did work out that I actually didn't do that promotion because I ended up with a better promotion, got better pay, a better schedule, better days off, better PTOs. Everything was better. So looking forward in the fast run, it was good that I didn't do it. Now, mind you, Fat Cat from hell, I'll go over to her, and she disrespected me more than any woman ever in my life has. Whether it's my girlfriend, my fiance, my mom, my aunt, my great grandma, my grandma, my fiance's mom, she disrespected me worse than anybody ever did in my life, to the point where it was just like, wow, I can't believe she just spoke to me like that. So I'm going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger for episode 3 of Crazy Work Tales Bed Bug Edition. Fat Cat from hell, her direct associate, we'll call him Movie Guy. We will call him we'll call him Movie T. Movie Tony is what we'll call him. Movie Tony had been getting bit up by bed bugs for 4 months, and Fat Cat knew about it and didn't do a damn thing about it. And I'm gonna leave y'all in that cliffhanger. Episode 3, we getting in Marriott Bed Bug Edition, corporate office. Yeah, I'm spilling all the beans, from how I got fired to Fat Cat from hell to bed bugs to the restroom horror stories. I'm spilling it all, man. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. that thumbs up. Be a part of the notifications gang, man. Hashtag Zodiac Gang. That's hashtag ZODIAC Gang. If you subscribe, hey, you a part of Zodiac Gang. And remember the most important thing. 3, 2, 1. We lit!
I'm feeling lucky.